Okay, let's just dive right in because we have a truly unbelievable match to break down today. Welcome to this explainer, where we are going to unpack what has rightly been called the craziest semifinal in Olympic history. We're heading to Marseille for the Paris 2024 Olympic soccer semifinal clash between Brazil and Spain. And look, if you thought you knew exactly how this match was going to play out, you were completely wrong. I mean, this game had absolutely everything. We're talking shocking errors, relentless pressure, dramatic injuries, and a stoppage time sequence that will literally leave your head spinning. The match commentary honestly hit the nail on the head. They asked, what else can happen in this remarkable game? And you kind of need to keep that exact question in the back of your mind as we go through this explainer. Because every single time you think things have settled down, nope, another completely unexpected twist gets thrown into the mix. So let's set the scene and look at exactly how this unbelievable narrative unfolded. Section 1. Setting the Olympic stage. A clash of titans in Marseille. Right, so before we get into the pure madness of it all, we got to understand the atmosphere here. We're inside the Marseille Stadium. The stakes, they literally couldn't be higher. There's a spot in the gold medal match on the line, and the tension is just palpable, with referee Rebecca Welch overseeing things. Now, this was your classic David versus Goliath setup. On one side, you have Spain. They're the reigning world champions, carrying these massive, heavy expectations, and oh yeah, they feature the 2023 Ballon d'Or winner, Aitana Bonmati. And on the exact opposite side, you've got Brazil. They walked into this as massive underdogs. Sure, they're known for a very physical style of play, but they were severely depleted. They were missing Antonia, and most crucially, they were missing their legendary record goal scorer, Marta. She was out serving a suspension from a head-high challenge in a previous match, so the odds were heavily stacked against Brazil. Section 2. A shocking early mistake. Spain switches off. Now, given all that, you'd totally expect the world champions to just come out, assert their dominance, and dictate the pace, right? Well, the exact opposite happened. Very early on, Spain's Irene Paredes makes this incredibly sloppy mistake. It was just a complete and total switch-off from the Spanish defense, and it resulted in a disastrous early own goal. Just picture the scene for a second. An incredibly costly error from the heavy favorites gifts the underdogs the lead right out of the gate. Suddenly, the Brazilian fans are absolutely bouncing, and Spain finds themselves instantly on the back foot. Section 3. Relentless Brazilian attacking pressure, squandered chances. So what does Brazil do? Rather than retreating into a defensive shell to protect that early lead, which, let's face it, a lot of teams would do, they did something incredible. They turned up the heat. The escalation was immediate. Gabi Portillo finds herself with this glorious opening, a massive chance to double the lead early on, but she misses. It ends up being a pretty tame effort, but man, it sent a massive warning shot across Spain's bow. Brazil wasn't just trying to survive out there. They were dominating and creating massive opportunities. The reigning world champions were suddenly looking like a shadow of themselves. And the momentum just kept building. Brazil comes right back at them. Ludmila unleashes this powerful drive. I mean, an absolute bullet of a shot, but it gets brilliantly saved by the Spanish goalkeeper Cadacal, who, by the way, was playing in a protective face mask. The chances are just coming thick and fast at this point, and Spain can barely clear their lines. You can literally feel the pressure boiling over into sheer frustration for the Brazilians, though, because they know they should be out of sight by now. We actually see Jennifer slapping the ground in total frustration after yet another chance goes begging. They're racking up the opportunities. They're stringing together these beautiful, flowing sequences, but they're continually failing to find that final, back-of-the-net finish. And this dynamic really defined the entire first half. The commentary noted it perfectly, saying, "This is magnificent football from Brazil, everything apart from the finish." It was just objective awe at Brazil's gameplay. I mean, they were tearing the world champions apart. But you know as well as I do, it's a massive risk to leave a team like Spain hanging around. You just got that feeling that if Brazil didn't capitalize on these chances, they were eventually going to get punished for it. But they finally found their breakthrough. Deep into stoppage time at the end of the first half, basically at the third time of asking, Gabi Portillo, who had missed those glorious opportunities earlier, finally sticks one away into the corner. That makes it a stunning 2-0 for Brazil heading into halftime. And honestly, it was absolutely no more than they deserved for an outstanding first half display. Section 4. Building an unassailable lead, the crucial third goal. As we move into the second half, the big question on everyone's mind was whether Spain could mount a comeback or if Brazil would just keep up this tactical dominance. Well, spoiler alert, Brazil did not take their foot off the gas. The sequence for their third goal was just incredible. Priscilla breaks away, and instead of taking on a really tough shot herself, she makes this unselfish, absolutely perfect pass. After an initial shot clatters off the bar, Portillo keeps the play alive, and Adriana is right there to score. Boom! 3-0.
against the world champions. As the commentary stated, that moment of brilliance surely put Brazil into the gold medal match. It really seemed to just completely sink Spain. But listen, this match was exacting a massive physical toll on everyone involved. The goalkeeper drama alone was intense enough for its own movie. Spain's Caracol actually ended up taking off her protective face mask mid-game after a nasty collision. Brazil's keeper, Lorena, went down injured multiple times, fumbling the ball but somehow surviving the Spanish attacks. We saw heavy clashes, with Gabi Nunes and Call going head-to-head at one point. But through all that chaos, we also saw immense resilience. Take Brazil's Carolyn, for example. She's out there stepping onto the pitch after making a massive comeback from an ACL injury just to be at these games. The physicality was brutal, and it was perfectly setting the stage for a frantic finale.
Section 5. The Stoppage Time Chaos. 15 minutes of madness.
Okay, so just when you think a 3-0 game is completely dusted, the climax of our sports drama really kicks in. The 90th minute hits, and a staggering 15 minutes of added time is announced. Yeah, 15 minutes. Buckle up. Almost immediately, Spain scores to make it 3-1. Okay, suddenly there's a faint glimmer of hope. Then Ballon d'Or winner Aitana Bonmatí unleashes this brilliant shot that just smashes off the crossbar. Spain is surging. They're everywhere. But wait, Brazil counters, and Carolyn, returning from that ACL injury we just talked about, scores to restore the 3-goal advantage. 4-1. Game over, right? Nope. Spain races right back down the pitch, and Salma Paralelwa scores again off a corner to make it 4-2. It turned into an absolute track meet out there. Finally, mercifully, the full-time whistle blows. Brazil wins 4-2. Wild.
Section 6. Historic Olympic Final Bound. David defeats Goliath. Phew. We really need to take a breath and zoom out for a second to look at the magnitude of what just happened. Really let this sink in. Brazil, the massive underdogs, advances to the Paris 2024 gold medal match, and they did it entirely without their suspended star and emotional leader Marta. They relied purely on teamwork, incredible resilience, and some seriously breathtaking attacking soccer. Meanwhile, the mighty Spain, the reigning world champions, are relegated to the bronze medal match. It is such an incredible testament to what a cohesive, determined team can achieve when the odds are completely against them. Which leaves us with this final, somewhat provocative thought to wrap up our explainer today. With the reigning world champions defeated in such dramatic, emphatic fashion by a totally depleted Brazilian squad, can anyone actually stop Brazil's momentum in the Paris 2024 final? I mean, when Marta returns from her suspension to join this incredibly fired-up squad, they are going to be a terrifying force. Thank you so much for walking through this incredible tactical and emotional roller coaster with me. Keep an eye on that final, folks. It is going to be unmissable.